Hi, everybody. So continuing in our Absolute Beginner series, I wanted to put together a Pilates video. Pilates is just an amazing, low impact form of exercise. It's one of my first certifications that I got when I got into teaching group fitness, and it has carried me for over the past 12 years. I now teach barre because of it. It gave me a stronger foundation being a dancer as my primary background. And it's a great way to just cross train in any fitness routine. It's really good for building a strong core. And as we know, having a strong core can really just help you to prevent injuries, especially in your low back. So, a lot of times, if you have low back pain or if you have issues there, it's because you might have a little bit of a weak core. And believe me, most people do. So, I wanted to do a class that was just for beginners. So I'm going to show modifications the entire time. And I will give you ways that you can progress it because I have several Pilates videos that are out there and they are for everyone. You can certainly do those. But I think just having a foundation of ways that you can modify throughout will help you as you get started in Pilates. It's a great thing that you can do your entire life. So let's get started. We're going to back up a little bit. And I'm just going to start in a cross-legged position. I like to start my classes this way just to kind of go over the breathing that we use throughout class and just to build on our posture. Because if you have good posture, you're going to move more efficiently. Everything is going to, improve upon that. So let's sit up nice and tall. Think about sitting up and out of your sits bones and lengthening your spine from the very bottom all the way up through the crown of your head. Picture it like a string is just pulling the top of your head up. Drop your shoulders down. Good. You can close your eyes here if you feel like it. Good. Now our breath in a Pilates class, we're going to breathe in through our nose and then exhale through your mouth. Let's do that again. Inhale, breathing into your widest part of your rib cage. Inhale and exhale. Good. Picture that rib cage just expanding as you inhale through your nose and then exhale. Very nice. Now, let's take our right arm. We're going to turn our palm to face in. Keep that shoulder dropping down and then inhale, reaching that arm up. And exhale, circling that arm around. Very nice. We'll do that again. Inhale, arm reaches up. Exhale, circle it around. Let's take one more with this arm. Inhale. Picture yourself maybe getting an inch taller. Exhale. Very nice. Let's take that other arm. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale. Very nice. Breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take one more big breath. Inhale, lifting a little taller, keeping that shoulder pressing down away from the ears. All right, let's take both arms together. Reach it long. Picture yourself getting an inch taller. And exhale, finding that length in your spine. Taking a moment to just connect your breath to that movement. Inhale. And exhale. One more nice deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Very nice. Now let's extend our legs out in front. If you are a little tight in your hamstrings, which again, most people are, as we grow and as we get older, we lose a lot of that flexibility in our hamstrings. So by taking Pilates or practicing it, you might start to feel a little bit more flexible in that area, and that's a great thing, okay? For right now, just see if you can get your legs as long as you can. If they're bent slightly, that is perfectly fine. I'm more concerned about you getting that length in your spine. So I'll take off my extra layer here in a moment. So when you're sitting with your legs out in front, you might notice you're rounding in your back a little bit. All that means is that your hamstrings are a little bit tight. So let's bend the knees a little bit and find that length, okay? So you want one long line up and out of the sit bones. From here, let's just drop our chin to our chest. And you might feel that instantly in those hamstrings. If you're not feeling it, maybe try to lengthen those legs all the way out. Let's do that again. Just drop your chin to your chest. And just breathe here. We're not pushing anything. Lengthen up. Very nice. Let's keep those knees softly bent if you need to, okay, for a tight hamstring. And just walk the hands out a little bit in front, just to release through that lower back. Good. And walking those hands back up. Let's take one more. If you want to try it with legs extended, go right ahead. And just walk your hands out where they go comfortably. Not letting the shoulders jam up into the ears. Keep that length through your spine. Good. And feel free to repeat these stretches too before you get into any of the Pilates movements. I'm going to turn and face you guys again. You can, again, have those knees slightly bent if that works better for you. Lift up and out of your sit bones. We're going to drop our fingertips to one side, lengthen through the other, and then just try to keep both hip bones planted into your mat or your floor. Take it up and over. Good. Drop the fingertips to the other side. Find that length. Stretch it out. And come on up. Good. Let's take one more walk forward. Hold that stretch. And walk it back up. Very nice. We're going to get into our roll ups. Okay, that's the first movement we're going to do. I'm just going to take off my layer here. Okay, now I'm going to turn to the side. So going off of our modification that we just did for that stretch, we're going to have our legs slightly bent. Now I want everyone to just hold on to your thighs here. We're going to draw our belly button in and then just slowly draw that belly button to spine. That's one thing you're going to hear me say in every single Pilates video is belly button to spine. I sound like a broken record, but it does help to get that message in, okay? So think belly button to spine, like there's a magnet between the two of them. Shoulders down, and then we're going to slowly roll back one vertebrae at a time. So for this one, picture your spine like it's a strand of pearls. And each bone in your back, your vertebrae, is one of those pearls. Just a pretty image anyway. Good. Now from here, I'm going to slide back a little bit so I have some more space. We're going to draw your belly button in. Think about softening that rib cage. Inhale. Take those arms back. Okay, trying to keep that belly button to spine connected. Shoulders down. Very nice. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Bring those arms up. And then we're going to start to slowly curl up our head, our neck, and our shoulders. You're doing great. Now from here, let's take our hands to our thighs, and we're going to slowly curl up one bone at a time, and then just reach it forward. Draw that belly button in. And let's take that roll back again. We're going to roll it back. You can kind of let your hands help guide you down. Roll back one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow and controlled. You can feel your abs working here right away. Very nice. Inhale, float those arms back, keeping that rib cage soft, belly button to spine. Inhale, float those arms up, curling up. Head, neck, shoulders, spine. Use the hands to help you curl up. And now, if this feels pretty good, you can always lengthen those legs out more the more flexible you are, or for more of a challenge. Okay, draw that belly button in and then slowly uncurl. But I'm going to keep my legs bent because I want to show the modifications throughout. Draw that belly button into spine, roll it back. We're going to do one more full roll up here. Inhale and float those arms back. Inhale, float them up, curl up, head, neck, and maybe this time see how long you can go before you hold on to the legs. Excellent job. Good. Reach forward. If you want to lengthen those legs out here just to get more length in your hamstrings, go right ahead. We're going to roll it back. We're going to set up our 100 next. So let's bend those knees again and slowly uncurl belly button to spine. Very nice. Keeping that connection. Very good. Now, the 100 is traditionally the first exercise that you would do in a Pilates class. And it's actually one of the most challenging, if not the most challenging. And it's a great core warm-up. The idea is because Joseph Pilates designed his workout routine, it was 23 exercises. And he did them right in that sequence, maybe 2 or 3 times each. And it took him about 20 minutes or so. So, again, I'm going to introduce you guys to the 100. We're going to do it modified today, all right? Now, the reason it's called the 100, we're going to connect our breath with our movement, and you're going to pump your arms at your side. And everything we do is within 5 counts. So we inhale for 5 through our nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. All right, now, typically we would do that about 10 times to equal 100 counts. I lose count every single time, so maybe you can count better than I can at home. So we're going to start right here. Draw your belly button in, and we're going to keep our head on the mat for this first round. Lengthen your arms out and pretend like you're tapping water. Nice, strong arms. Let's start our breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take one more here. Inhale. Exhale. And relax for a second. Very nice. Now, you can stick with that version of it. I'm going to show one more layer of challenge, okay? We're going to keep the knees bent for this round. We're going to keep those shoulders down. So the key things to keep in mind, shoulders down, neck long. Now, as we add this layer of challenge, draw that belly button to spine. We're going to lengthen out through the top of our head and curl up from our head, our neck, and our shoulder blades. Our goal is to get those shoulder blades up off the mat. I say keep your focus on the front of the thighs, arms reach out long, and let's inhale here. Breathe. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And lower down carefully, shoulders, neck, and head. Now, another way that you can modify this, okay, if you're in that and you want to stay up there, but maybe you feel like you're slipping a little bit, take one hand behind your head just to support that head and neck, okay? It does take time. You might feel that there's some strain on your neck. It is perfectly fine. It's normal. We all feel that at the beginning until we build up a little more strength in our core and our center. Now, we're going to take this one step further with our 100 today. We're going to bend the knees up to a tabletop position. Let's do that first round with the head, neck, and shoulders on the floor just to connect that breath to our movement. So reach those arms out long, shoulders down, and breathe. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more big breath. Inhale. Exhale. And relax for a moment. Great job. Take a second, just lift your knees, rock side to side. This is a nice release on your lower back. Mine is still sore from shoveling and then carrying my 2-year-old back from the sledding trail the other day. So we're going to have our knees bent tabletop again. Let's try that progression with lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. Remember, if that's not for you, that is okay. You can work your way up to it, all right? Arms at your side. Let's curl up head, neck, shoulders, up off the mat, and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Focus on the front of those thighs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And relax, lower down. Very nice. Let's take a full body stretch here. Let that ribcage stretch away from the mat. You might notice your lower back arch is up and away from the floor. That's all right in this stretch here. We're going to realign ourselves and get ready for the 5 exercise ab series, okay? So today's focus is really going to be on core strength. There's a lot more to Pilates, and we can maybe do a second beginner level Pilates to get into some of the leg stuff. So for today, let's keep that focus on the abs, okay? Shoulders down. Good. Draw that belly button to spine. Now let's start to soften that rib cage, and you'll notice your lower back naturally moves closer to the floor. What you don't want to do is really try to tuck the hips under to get that lower back completely flat, we actually try to work in what's called a neutral spine. If you find yourself drawing that belly button in, but there's still a little space underneath your lower back, that's actually neutral spine, and it is more challenging to work that way. So if your lower back is all the way down, that's okay. All right, let's bend those knees in. We're going to hug them in. Now we're going to set up with the first exercise in this ab series. It's called the single leg stretch. Now this one, the most difficult thing is it's a little confusing. It's a little counterintuitive. I'm going to take my right hand, place it on my left knee, okay, on the top of my left knee. My left hand's going to reach down for my left shin or ankle bone, okay? So for this one, we're going to be extending our legs out. We're going to go 1, 2, and then we switch. Now my left hand comes to my right knee, my right hand for my right ankle. So it's this outside hand reaches for that ankle. And switch for 2. Let's go 1 and 2. We're just going to leave the head, neck, and shoulders on the mat for this first set. And you can always start with the legs up higher, okay? I showed them a little too low to start out. When you're just getting started, always go a little bit more conservative with your movements, okay? The lower those legs, the more challenging it's going to be. So we're going to work a little bit higher with our legs. And switch for 2. Good. Elbows wide. Switch for 2. Keep thinking belly button to spine. And then let's add our breath. Exhale. Switch. Switch. One more. Switch. Great work. Bend those knees in. Relax for a moment. Now, you can stick with that version of it. I'm going to add that added challenge of head, neck, and shoulders up. You do what works for you today, okay? I'm going to keep the legs a little bit higher on that diagonal. All right, so let's set this up. Let's actually set up our hands first. Right hand to that left knee, left hand to that left ankle or shin. Shoulders down, lengthen head, neck, shoulders, and extend that right leg for 1 and 2. Now switch. 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 How about 4 more? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Hug those knees in and lower down. Good. Just let those knees rock side to side. Very nice. Now, the next one is called the double leg stretch. That was the single leg stretch. On this one, we're going to be moving our legs and our arms together, and we're going to be stretching them out. Again, we're going to stick on a more higher diagonal, and then we're going to sweep them around and reach for those ankles. So the first several we're going to do with the head, neck, and shoulders on the mat, and we'll add that little extra challenge, okay? So belly button to spine, shoulders long. Inhale. On your exhale, extend everything out together. Inhale, sweep around. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reach. Exhale. Let's do 4 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Great work. Hug these knees in. Take that little side to side. Great job. Now, I'm going to add that layer of challenge. So we have that head, neck, and shoulders up. When we inhale, you have a couple options. Let's do this one today. When we come all the way back, we're going to lower our head down. Exhale, we're going to curl back up, okay? So always think head, neck, shoulders going in that progression, okay? So inhale, exhale. We're going to go for 8 of these. Inhale, exhale. And you can always leave that head on the mat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're halfway there. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Great job. Hug those knees in. Now let's do a quick stretch here. Lower those heels down. We're going to get into a shoulder bridge, okay? So the heels are nice and close to your glutes. Arms are at your side. And let's just lengthen up just to give our spine, the front of our legs, everything a nice little stretch here. Very nice. Now, if you're feeling up to it, you can take your hands underneath, lift up a little higher. If you're up to it, you can lift those heels up or keep them down, totally up to you. I just like this stretch because it's kind of like a reverse of our roll up, which you'll see in a moment here. Now, if you've brought your hands together, let's release and bring them back out to the side. From here, inhale, and let's reach those arms back up over your head. I just love the length that this gives us. Inhale, and then on your exhale, let's uncurl from the top of your neck, one vertebrae at a time. Remember that strand of pearls we talked about. Coming back in contact with the mat, slowly, carefully, going through the sequence of our spine, one at a time, coming back in contact with your mat. Beautiful. Now extend one leg out long and your other leg out long. Good. Don't you feel a little bit taller after doing that? All right, let's hug those knees back in. All right, so we are 2 down, 3 to go in our 5 exercise ab series. You're doing fantastic. Now the next one is the single straight leg stretch. It's a lot of words. Now, ordinarily we do this in a traditional Pilates class with our legs straight out, okay? For today, as we're just getting started, okay, because I want you to feel that stretch in your hamstrings, we're going to bend the opposite leg. So we're going to come up here, okay? So we're just going to go 1 and 2 and switch. 1 and 2, switch. 1 and 2. Good. You can take your hands by your thigh if that's better. 1 and 2, or your shin. What we don't want to do is put our hands directly on our knee joints. We don't want to put any undue pressure on our knees. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Let's go for 2 more. My hamstrings feel tight today. 1 and 2. Great. Hug those knees in. And again, we're going to repeat this with that added layer of challenge of the head, neck, and shoulders up. Or you can stay on the floor like we just did and repeat that one, okay? Lengthen one leg up. I'm going to curl up head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale. And switch. And it's all about connecting that breath. Maybe you've taken an advanced Pilates class, but you can use this one just to really focus on your breath. And review technique. That's always a good thing. One more. Great job. Bend those knees, lower down. Okay, we are moving right along. Now, we're going to take the legs straight up, okay? We're actually going to bend them slightly. There's my Jack. All right, so on this one, we're going to lower our legs down. Hi, Jack. Go sit down, okay? Now, you can take your hands either underneath your low back if you have some tightness in your lower back, or hands behind your head. Oh, sorry, baby. Okay, so we're going to keep our head, neck, and shoulders on the mat for this one. Knees are bent. Hi, buddy. We're going to take it down for 2 and up for 2. So our lower leg lift. Down for 2 and up for 2 and down for 2. Hi, buddy. Up 2. Are you working hard? Down 2, up 2, down 2. Bing bong is on. And down 2, up 2. One more. Down 2, up 2. And relax for a second here. Now, if you feel any tension in your lower back, couple pointers. Hi, Jack. You want to take those hands underneath your lower back. So you're going to, hang on one second, baby. You're going to put your hands right underneath your low back, okay? And keep those knees bent. And then don't take them quite as low, okay? You will definitely feel that in your lower back, all right? So let's try one more set, okay? Maybe if you had your hands behind your head, maybe try this round with your hands underneath your low back, okay? Ready? Knees up. Here we go. Down, 2, up, 2. Beautiful. Down, 2, up, 2. I was taking a live Zoom class once, and I thought I was going to be permanently kicked out because my son Ryan came up here and was playing on my bar, and his pants fell down, and he mooned the class. Ah, life with kids. It keeps you humble. Good. 2 more. Down. 2. Up. 2. 1 more. Down. 2. Up. 2. Great work. Hug those knees in. Let them rock side to side. Okay, we have made it to that final exercise in our ab series. So we're going to do a crisscross, which is like a traditional bike maneuver, but it's a little bit slower and more controlled. Now, a couple key things to keep in mind. Because we're going to be working slowly, hands are going to be behind our head. I want you to think more about getting your opposite rib cage up off the floor, not the shoulder, not the elbow. It's fine. So get that rib cage up off the floor. All right, knees are bent. We're going to curl up head, neck, and shoulders. Bye, Jack. And then we're going to twist to one side. Bye, sweetheart. And hold. 1 and 2. Now switch. Opposite rib cage. And 2. So think shoulder more so than elbow to that knee. Good. Switch. 1 and 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Great work. 1, 2. 1, 2. And again, take the legs up a little higher. 1 and 2. 2. Good. 1, 2. 1 and 2. Good. Little rest here. Let's go for one more set since we've been doing 2 sets of everything. All right. Good. So hands behind the head. And let's all try lifting that head, neck, and shoulders. And nice and slow and controlled. I'm taking that top leg a little higher on that diagonal and switch. And then the more comfortable you get with this movement, then you can try taking the legs a little bit lower each time. 1 and 2. Good. 1 and 2. 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 Hug those knees in. And let's bring our knees down. Let's do a nice roll up to come all the way back up. Very nice. Now, we're going to finish up with just one more quick stretch, okay? We're going to do what's called the saw, and then the seated forward stretch, okay? So we're going to take our feet a little bit wider than hips distance apart. Remember at the beginning when we were doing our stretch, if you need to bend the knees a little bit. Today, we are going to bend the knees slightly, okay? Everyone think about lifting up and out of your sit bones. I'm more concerned about you getting that length in your spine than having your legs straight and having any rounding in your spine, okay? We want to really work on beautiful posture, okay? When you move with good posture, you look taller. People say sometimes like, oh, I want to do Pilates so I can have longer, leaner muscles. It's not really possible to do that, but you can appear to have longer, leaner muscles if you work with good posture. So it's a little bit of like a, optical illusion, shall we? All right, so we're going to take our arms forward and then open them up. Now try and keep your hips rooted right where they are. We're going to lift and twist to that right side. Now, drop your head, and you're going to pretend you're sawing your pinky toe off. 1, 2, 3. Lengthen up. Come back center. And then twist to the left. And reach. 1, 2, 3. Now, the challenge on this one is to not let your hips twist. And I definitely have a hard time with this one, okay? So I'm really focusing on keeping these hips stable. Twist. Let your head just drop. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings. 1, 2, 3. This one actually feels really good on my back. Come back in the center. Twist to the other side. 1, 2, 3. Come on up. Good. Now let's keep our legs right where they are with that slight bend to them. This one is the forward stretch, okay? Picture like you have a big stability ball right in front of you. And you're going to think like someone is holding you back here, and you're going to arch up and over. It's a spinal stretch forward. That's the name. My goodness, Jack coming in here totally threw me off. And then we're going to round back up. So I'm going to turn into a sideways view on this one, okay? So my knees are slightly bent. I'm sitting up nice and tall, up and out of those sit bones. And I'm going to stretch forward like someone's pulling my hands by holding me back by my waist. And round back up. Each time finding that nice posture, okay? Let's work on getting taller and stretch forward. But, you know, not really getting taller, just appearing that way. And then round, back, up. Good. Let's come down. Very nice. Let's take a little stretch up and over to one side and the other. And come on up. Thank you guys so much. I have so much more to offer, especially in the Pilates realm. I have all these other beginner exercise videos planned for you. So again, thank you so much. I'm so proud of you for joining me, and I look forward to learning more about your fitness journeys. All right, thanks guys.